Hello everyone, it is I. We are back with the letter! Hello, Grey Wolf and Pan, welcome to the stream. Okay, last time we ended this, we got Marianne, killed. My bad. So I don't think we're gonna get a good ending now because we got one of them dead. But hey, we got Rebecca! Let's hope we don't get her killed, you know? We're gonna get them all killed now. Hopefully the sound is all good. If anything is too loud or too quiet, let me know. I'll fix that. When did you change your... I changed it the other day. It's actually themed on the letter. And the artist is Sparrow, or as I call her, Morgan, my best friend. Okay. Let's get ready. Why? I changed my character because technically this is homemade, so it's like made for me. Really, it's not like copyrighted. Morgan gave me the copyrighted. Yes, you can use my art, which is thank you, Morgan. Because the other one wasn't my art, it was picrew, so I can have my. I don't need to do the link and say, hey, this is the way you do it. At least this one is literally me. But it's so cool that it's themed from this. It also has some reactions. I got concerned. No, this is worried. You got concerned and you got angry. Angry boy. Look at my angry face. What about sad? I mean, Morgan did say if there's any other emotions that I need, just to text her. So if I ask for sadness, she probably would make a sad version. I'll have to ask about that. Okay, we got Rebecca. You can pause and read all this. Well, we're just gonna read all this because I'm too lazy to actually get attached to her. 5.5, history teacher, Scottish. Pretty normal, not gonna lie. What about like heart eyes wash? I need a simp moment. You know what? I really need a simp emotion, so I'll ask Morgan, can you make me a simp? Okay, let's begin. And hopefully we don't get Rebecca die. Let me open my can before we start. Gotta drink before we play. Okay. This is how it begins. Or so they say. Oh yeah, our relationships. Oh, okay. So we've booked up mashed slightly, but it's fine. It's fine. With a gentle wind drifting through wide open windows, muffled laughters and footsteps fading behind empty hallways, and the light kiss of the afternoon. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. I've turned it down. Soon there will be a call, a crossing of those hauled into the unknown. Maybe we are off to some grand adventure, or driving into another gripping mystery. No problem, thank you for telling me. One can't really tell, but all I know, a hero might even come sweep me off my feet if I'm lucky.
That's not exactly a bad thing when you think about it.
But this is far from one, isn't it? A reverting tale, that is. A mild breeze, the faint murmurs, and the warm rays painting every nook and cranny, a fairy they are all as real as they can get. As much as I want to write a little tale out of this, I'm far from someone who can. Fleeting fantasies, that's what those are. Merely passing thoughts to a an idle mind while waiting for another busy workday to end. Then again, maybe in another life I am one, who knows? But at the present, what I have and what I choose to be, well,
I won't last years here if I find teaching rowdy adolescents a tedious job, will I?
admittedly, the whole affair isn't exactly as grand or exciting as I imagined as a child. If I wasn't so stubborn and too passionate about the whole idea, I probably would have quit a long time ago. But it's always the kids that make it worthwhile, isn't it? As if in agreement, as soon as my pen slides into a neat circle across the papers, I'm grading the final bell rings. Like a dam that has opened, student begins piling out into the hallway soon after. For a short minute, I let the noise fill my ear, let my mind wander to a place far removed from the hub. Hello, guinea pigs? The guinea pig's trying to jump scare me now. Solitary moments like this have come few and far between lately. Even my own home hasn't been as quiet as usual as I prefer. Though in hindsight, the entire place hasn't been the same either since Isabella moved in next door. And if her fussing over a minor cold last week tells anything, I might as well throw any idea of solitude out the nearer balcony, so long as he lives nearby. As a memory, my eyes automatically shifts over the bottle sitting at the edge of my desk. A chuckle escapes from me as I reach for it.
A little ball of energy and enthusiasm. That big baby.
Mother Hands, he calls me, and Nancy says and does the same thing right after. It's not that I'm unused to being on the receiving end of the other people's worries, or I feel any sort of appreciation over her fretting. If I am to be completely honest, it's actually amusing how someone can be childlike one minute and then act like a responsible adult the next. That's me in a nutshell. But then, distance there, both in her action and words. Although she may not look like it, may not say anything, may not lose her cheer, one or another, I know those troubles have weighed down on her lately. Her face says it all, that big no-pity. If she thinks I won't notice, she got another thing coming for her. That's how she has always been. I do understand that part, loud and clear. It's just that I really rather not pass another burden onto her.
Or become one myself.
Aren't I supposed to be the one taking care of them? Though I guess that's simply one of those things people eventually grow away from once you all started leading different lives. Not completely different, I hope. Somehow that thought makes me feel uneasy. Thankfully, before stranger idea can take root in my head, a faint buzzing comes from my bag, cutting through the rest of my thoughts. Unknown. A small frown form in my lips when the screen lights up and an unknown number flashes. For a long second, my thumb hovers over the answer button, even the voice that responds. Once I do, accept the call, is whoever unfamiliar.
Hello?
Oh, goodness. Finally, it connects.
Who the fuck is this?
Hello? Is this Miss Gales? Rebecca Gales?
Yes, speaking. Who is this?
Oh, sorry. Rose Cooper.
Oh, Rose! I miss her.
Briar Realty?
My frown deepens as I straighten from my chair. Something in her tone, despite sounding remarkably friendly and light, doesn't sit quite well with me. The rigid pause that followed doesn't help ease the tension that had suddenly discorded either. Yeah, we miss Rose.
Miss Cooper?
Yes. Things are a bit busy on my end. I apologize.
I have to admit, I'm a bit happy. It's a relaxing because this is before she saw the letter, so nothing spooky should happen at the beginning.
I'm not certain if Isabella has mentioned anything before, but we're working together on a property at the moment, and...
The Armengard Mansion, yes. She said something about that earlier. Is there a problem?
This is about Isabella, actually.
So he wastes no time replaying everything. The details he provided are admittedly a bit vague, but enough for me to get a guess of what happened. It isn't the bad sort I'm expecting, though. It's still worrying. Especially with the words panic attack and pale looking a bit sickly, it wove together in one forbidden sentence. But as quickly as I surface, I stumped down on the urge to demand answers right there and then. Now isn't the proper time for useless questions. I'll find out soon enough regardless. To Miss Cooper's credit, she neither hesitate or falter all throughout. So you had a panic attack? Yeah, so if we are here, this is at the very beginning. Nope. Where is it? Nope. Where is... So, she just found the letter, I think. So this is her now. We just got the medicine, so we're around here. So I'm guessing that's happening right now. So this will be going on now. So she just saw the letter, she's panicking and all that. So it's all good. Hello, Morgan! Bad. There's some sort of comfort in knowing Isabella has someone like her. Hello? Hello? Did I lose connection for a second? Is everyone good? Does it say JP went offline for you guys too, or is it my thing acting up? Ah, Twitch. Gotta love Twitch. Yeah. Okay. Hello. How is everyone? Is it all good? Okay. Twitch says it's all good on my phone. Okay, is everything good? I don't know why, what happened there, but hopefully it's all good and it's back to normal. No, me, I'll just have to edit the two VODs together. Okay, just let me know if something goes off. I just saw it red, so hopefully it doesn't bug out again. Okay, let's continue. I had to take a break. Oh, that was her.
Anthem's a fair distance from Luxborn. I really don't want her going off on her own. I'd do it myself, but you know how it is today. Big day. People everywhere until the open house ends. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
I know you're busy.
Twitch is acting up. Did the pizza did that? Yes, the pizza did that. How dare you, Morgan?
Oh, no, it's all good. I was just about to leave from work. I hope to leave early today anyway. A few minutes ahead wouldn't hurt. I can be there in a few, 30, 40 minutes tops. Is that all right?
More than fine, Miss Gales, thank you. We're supposed to be here until... Oh, excuse me. One moment, please. Yes, ma'am.
A faint hum of conversation echoes from her end. It sounds as though the place is bustling with more people than you will expect from the regular open house. Okay, I know what part we're on. So this is the part after they just saw the letter. We're gonna be the next people that see the letter. Oh god. I was spectacular at first. The house is old, but not to mention its inconvenient location is Luxembourg's outskirts. Who wants to live in a place almost an hour drive away from the comfort of the city? But from what little I can hear, it appears Isabella has every right to be optimistic about this sale. If I didn't understand why she was so adamant refusing my offer to help before, I think I do now. To some degree.
We'll be resuming the tour soon. Yes, thank you. Sorry about that. I really need to get this thing going. Lord knows how I'll salvage the situation here.
Yeah, 7 minutes on call. Yeah.
But still, clients. They can be difficult when they want to be. Anyway, just look for me when you get here, alright? That shouldn't be too hard to miss.
No problem. Thanks for letting me know about this. Just make sure Isabella stays put, please. Heaven knows how stubborn that girl can be.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Everyone knows Isabella's just stubborn.
Don't worry about it. I'll have a few of our staff keep an eye on her for me until you get here.
I mean, the phone call stays on as long as I don't click next, so this could last like 2 days.
That's all I'm asking. I appreciate it.
The whole thing ends on a surprisingly pleasant note. If only the same can be said for the news she brought. I allow a brief moment to pass to ease whatever tension has leached itself firmly in my nerves. But no matter how much I wish for it, my mind stubborn refuses to do so. My hands are unsteady against the paper I pretend to arrange after. Liquid thoughts, every single ounce of it's grimmer than the other, grows with each passing second I linger. Something about this whole thing, along with the sudden unease and nagging worry, screams off. Wrong. This isn't the reverting tale I've hoped to step into today. On a rush, getting everything in order before leaving takes nearly a good quarter hour. By the time I make it out of the classroom, the commotion has already died down, dwelling to mere echoes and distant laughters. From a nearby room, melodies from rehearsal bands drifts freely into the air, filling the almost empty hallway with their warm, lively tunes. Any other day, I'll stop, bask in the music, and enjoy what little peace it brings. Not today, however. My steps are brisk and sure as I march to Edward Hall's exit. The sooner I can confirm Isabella's okay, the sooner I can shake off this nagging feeling. For one reason or another, that single core of all possibility things has thrown everything off kilter. I'd rather this be over with as quickly as possible. So much that I nearly burrow over a student in my haste. Oh, fuck me! Why did that scare me? Why did that scare me? It's really the other way round. Hey, the little kid that Zachary met. When I look down, I set my eyes, bright and hopeful, stares back at me. Her arms are wrapped around her waist like a vase, and at my attention, a grin spreads across her face.
Buenas tardes, Miss Pink.
Hello, Kylie. You know, you aren't supposed to run into people like that.
Sorry,
It's the blue-haired child. She loosens her hold on me, but not a hint of guilt or regret appears on her. If anything, it seemed the remark only amused her. A smile appears on my face before I can help it, matching the one of her own.
Just remember not to do it again, all right? You could get hurt.
Duh.
You sound like my mama when she's scolding Rowan, Miss Pink.
I'm sure your mama only means well. I know she'll be worried sick if one of you were to get hurt. Where's your brother anyway? Aren't you two supposed to be heading home now?
Rowan said he's got some stuff he needs to do before we go. I think he's taking too long. But he promised to buy me jelly babies today if I keep what he's doing a secret from Mama and Papa.
Any chance you'll tell Miss Pink about it?
She shakes her head, both her hands going to her mouth as if keeping a precious secret from spilling out.
I made a promise.
I made a promise.
He said it's for Tio Luke.
Tio Luke?
Oh, something like a gift?
Like a deal. Tio promised to take him somewhere cool when he's old enough. Rowan's gonna prove he's a grown-up.
Laughter slips free from my lips. The teacher in me wants to give whoever this Tio is a reminder for bringing about this kind of behavior in children. But if both Zuzula kids are so fond of him, there shouldn't be anything to worry about, yes? At any rate, they're nothing but well-behaved, both Kylie and her brother. Rowan, the eldest, may have an accustomed odd streak in an hour of class, but their parents taught them well. I'll see no reason to cast any suspicion of bad behavior on them.
As long as it isn't anything dangerous, all right?
It's not. Cross my heart. My drawings are a lot prettier than what he's doing anyway. Tio said so. Do you want to see? I drew one earlier at class.
Is that why you're here?
Not really. I was gonna show it to my friend first. But since it's you, I'm sure she wouldn't mind if you see it before she does.
Aw.
Oh no. I can't stay right now, Kylie.
Her face falls immediately after the words are out. A small part of me feels responsible for that chest-fallen look, but as much as I want to stay a little longer, there's another place I need to be right now. And frankly, another child to look after. Taking both of her hands, I kneel in front of her and muster the most rueful smile I can give. At her age, I'm quite sure she already understands what I'm about to say before they even out. But remarkably, she doesn't look away or pout as I expecting her to.
I'm sorry. You know what? Rowan has a class with me on Monday around this time. Why don't you drop by again next week? After class? I'll even make sure to wait for you.
Aww.
It's just that I absolutely must leave now. My friend had an accident earlier, and I'm the only one she has here.
What about her Mama and Papa?
Her family lives really far from here, I'm afraid. Do you remember where Asia is? The southeast part? That's where they are.
Her eyes immediately light up at my question. Just like that, I know I've earned the girl's forgiveness.
Oh, just like Takako.
Who?
My friend. She said she used to live there, only just a little higher than southeast. But she hasn't come home in a long time, so she doesn't remember much about it anymore. Melody says it's weird I talked to her, but I think she's just shy.
Duh.
They could be good friends too. Don't you think so, Miss Pink?
Maybe if you introduce them properly, they will be.
That's what I think. Takako's just lonely. If she makes more friends, she won't be anymore.
Why is this kid so cute?
Is your friend like that too?
A little, possibly. To be honest, sometimes I can't tell with her.
After all, Isabella has always been the kind to hold a smile, even though things have taken a turn for the worst. 5 years and one will think it's enough time to know a person. But when you consider it, come to think of it, all those years I've never even once seen her cry. How long have we been speaking to this child? A while. Not over a trivial matter of even when things are tough.
Okay, you can go to her. I'll just show you my drawing next time.
I kind of want to know what the drawing is.
Thank you. Remind me to buy you a huge glass of parfait, all right?
No, I'll get a stomachache. Takako says so. A small one is okay.
A small one is okay.
I'll remember that. Say hi to your friend for me.
I will. I'm sure she'd love to meet you too. See you, Miss Pink.
Probably something horror.
I'll see
Oh,
you
God.
later, Kylie.
That's what. But see, she shouldn't have anything spooky in her drawings. She hasn't seen anything.
London Bridge is
Oh,
falling
God,
down,
why is this song?
falling down, falling down.
She didn't look back and wait for
London
any
Bridge
sort
is
of
falling down,
goodbye from
my
me.
fair lady.
Where is it? And this is before. No, that is. No. Where is it? Okay, we're here. So the happy anniversary is next. Oh, this is a cute drawing. I love that. That's adorable. It'll be like her holding hands with some demon. Oh, God. That's when you kick the kid in the face. With a song of an extra spring in her step, she bounds across the corridor with much spirit only a child her age can have. As if the conversation has never taken any downhill turn for her at all. As if there isn't a single thing to worry about in the world. Not long after, she disappears behind a door, leaving behind a stain of odd, familiar rhyme lingering in the air. Carefree, unbidded, untroubled moment like this, I envied her. This is my friend. Blah, blah, blah. Isn't he so nice? As I assume my hurried pace, a tiny whisper at the back of my mind wishes the same can be said for myself and my own worries. Luxbund may be a small city, but it's no stranger to hellish rush hour traffic. But surprisingly, getting out of the city today proves more of a breeze than a hassle. A relief, considering how none of my calls to Isabella have made it through. Neither the reception really bad over there, as he's ignoring them on purpose. Both does nothing to ease the disquiet in me. The rest of my drive passed without much incident as soon as I get out of the busy streets. In less than 30 minutes, the mansion looms ahead of me. For all the fuss Isabella made about the house, it remains a thing of a beauty. Unlike Luxbund's, the asset of the nearby Alum village stands as its complete opposite. Living and breathing the songs of the old, whispers of the bounce blooming have lingered in the air. Contemporary convention aside, it's a place I'm glad modernization hasn't wholly touched.
It's just a shame the locals know more of the silly hearsay than the history itself. If I could only knock some sense into these people!
Sadly, complaining is all I can afford to do. As much as I want to give them a piece of my mind, it isn't why I'm here. I don't think those rich type will appreciate getting a lecture from me, either. I have as much business with them as they have with me. With a heavy sigh, I give myself one last second to take in the scenery before heading up to the main entrance. Rosemary! You're not getting out of the cage. God damn. Most of the guests are already heading out, though some still linger. It's mainly just to take photos of the house facade or various rooms. I pause for a moment, scanning the small crowd gathered at the foyer, looking for the sign of that familiar ponytail among the sea of the hats and heads. Set them free!
No sign of her.
No sign of the other staff or Miss Cooper either. I think she went home with Ash, if I can remember. I think she went home with Ash. I can certainly look for Isabella on my own, but in this place, this bag? Set Rosemary free, JP, god damn it. No, because I'm streaming, so you can get cuddles after. I'll be lucky if I didn't end up lost, or find her before we need to meet with Zachary and Ash tonight. Sighing, I reach for my mobile and redial her number, the gesture familiar now after so many attempts earlier. If she doesn't answer, I can still try contacting Miss Cooper. I just hope the network reception will compensate this time. This side of the country has never been popular with the tech survey after all. To my relief, it's only took 3 unsuccessful tries. At the 4th one, right as it's about to switch to another interrupt measure, the line finally rings. Cut her now, no! Afterwards. Silence follow while I wait for her to pick up, the ringing going far too long for my taste. By now, most of the visitors have already cleared out. All I have for company are the faint murmurs and the anticlimness left in there awake. A sudden hush settles and gives way to the noise louder than they ever meant to be. Doors creaking and slamming shut in some distant part of the mansion. Floorboards groaning under the sheer weight of the house history. In the now empty hall, they're all reverberates with special clattering against the walls. Like this, those old stories seems to almost have a ring of truth to them. I don't get to stray far into that ugly line of thought, however. God, pick up the phone. I agree. Oh! Now a second later, a click sound from the other end.
Hello? Isabella? Miss
Well,
Cooper called earlier and...
gotta do that. That's to the face.
Isabella? Belle? Are you alright?
No. Well, goddamn. Without any warning, the call cuts off. Busy notes blare sharply against the heavy silence. But, oh no, I hear crying. Fuck. He hasn't seen the letter. Why is he getting haunted? But above the noise cutting through the mute air remain the faint cries of a woman. Fuck. From beyond the foyer. My hand falls to my side as I cast a wary look around, waiting for someone to come running. Surely I can't be the only one here hearing this. There must be some staff hanging around checking things out. But no one does. Not even when her sobs turn into frantic and adjusted.
Excuse me? Hello?
Oh, why do you call? You fucking leave. You leave the fucking building.
Who's there? Isabella?
No.
Isabella? Is that you?
Leave. No answer. Growing anxious, I amble over when her cries come from. Each step slow and curious towards a door on the other end of the room. Fuck. Rebecca, leave the goddamn house. I agree. Rebecca, we already lost someone. I'm far from someone who readily gives in to fear or stories lacking fractured the verge reckless feeling I have earlier immediately returns to me. And despite feel myself, my heart begins to race and my breathing quickens.
Belle?
Nope!
Belle, it's me. Miss Cooper called. Is everything okay?
Nope! Abruptly, all of it stops. Fucking leave. My whole body tenses, mouth dragging in a ragged breath, ears staining with any other sound yet to come from the other side. Fucking leave. But nothing follows. Instead, the quiet only leads itself to the heavy tension in the air, as every small movement will disturb the fractured stillness hanging in the room. Leave. I wait for another second. Then with a crunch, I reached for the knob. Wait, did he go upstairs? Or is he reaching for the knob to go outside? My finger barely grazed the brass handle when my hand falls on... When a hand falls on my shoulder?
Excuse me.
Oh, Rose. Okay, Rose. Rebecca ready to punch. Look at her fucking model. She's ready to punch someone.
Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh my god.
No, it's a...
Still reeling, my gaze shifts back to the door, as at any second now the cries will start again, or whoever inside will burst out of the room. But I don't get to dwell on that. The woman worry's voice breaks through the haze in my mind again, utterly smoothing in the thick of my uneasiness. Even in the concerned look comes from the total stranger. Finally being in the company of someone else is somewhat comforting.
Ma'am? Are you okay?
No.
Oh, no, I'm fine. This is probably just some cold.
Do you need to sit down?
No need. I'm actually looking for a friend.
I waved the mobile in the front of her like a gesture alone explains everything. Gradually, I note my tiny grip on it and quickly slip it into my pocket before she noticed. She doesn't need to know.
Well, I'm not really sure if your friend would still be here. We're actually about to close the open house in a few minutes, ma'am.
No worries. She's not a guest here. She works for Briar Realty. Miss Cooper called me earlier. In fact, I'm also looking for her.
Recognition flashes in her eyes and her worried expression dissolved into a smile at once. It's all I need to know that I don't have to look elsewhere or venture deeper into the mansion on my own. And somewhat, I'm not too keen on the later right now.
Oh, Miss Rebecca Gales, is it?
Yes. Sorry if I'm a bit late.
It's not a problem. I was busy with the open house and a few clients anyway.
Oh,
Let's see.
my bad.
Isabella should be here somewhere. I told her to stay put earlier. That girl never listened.
Rose? Rosie,
Oh, Hannah.
may I have a minute? There's just this one little thing before we go.
Miss Cooper's hand immediately snaps up at the voice. In a blink, a different kind of smile spreads on her face. A smile still friendly, even, but the kind given mainly for the sake of pleasing other people rather than making friends.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be there in a few.
It's an impressive thing, to say at least. That level of professionalism. I suppose working years in the kind of business trains you, even though to be able to pull that off without batting an eye. It certainly didn't seem to have rubbed off on Isabella, though.
Sorry, could you give me a second? I have to take care of this.
Don't worry about it. I understand. I can wait a few more minutes. Clients, right?
You won't hear anything from me. Priorities, you know? But if you want, you can stay at the parlor in the meantime. I think we have a few refreshments left.
I'm pretty sure Isabella is with Ash.
No, thank you. I'm going out with a few friends after this. Isabella's supposed to join us too. But that depends on how she's doing, of course.
Alright, this won't be long, I promise.
She throws me a sorry look before swatting over to the small group gathered at the entrance. Oh, my corn. I'm so sorry that we killed you. Oh, I'm gonna miss that lesbian life of yours. A couple or siblings, and another woman, probably their secretary. Either way, they look no different from the other guest. All three of them primly dressed, alert in the manner significantly simple than the other. No frills, no extracurrent of any form. Don't laugh at me. But their gesture and movements alone speak volume of their ingrained lifestyle. Why is Rose standing up straight like that? I think it's because she wants to be proper. She needs to look smart. In their presence, I do what I can to appear unconstructive on the side of the Freya. Maybe accepting Miss Cooper's offer would have been a much better choice than standing around awkwardly gaping at them. All while also attempting my best not to listen in on their conversation. Although that one proves more difficult of how extraordinary the blonde woman is. Her voice easily echoes through the walls with only the five of us here. Pretty soon I find myself being drawn into their talk without meaning to.
Tomorrow? First thing in the morning?
First thing in the morning, ma'am.
The murmured talk isn't what catches my attention, however.
Very well. We'll have our lawyers prepare everything as soon as possible. Let's make this whole thing easier for everyone, shall we? Just let me know if there's anything you need from me. You know how to contact me, yes?
Got your mobile number saved here already.
Good. It's just a matter of time then.
It's a brief moment, a fleeting shift of my eye.
Monday for us, Marianne.
As long as you're positive, we won't be having any problems by that time. You can count on my team.
You worry too much. Let me handle those things. Do be thrilled, though. I imagine it's not every day you get projects like this, hmm?
And the instant I turn my gaze on him, I see it. Oh shit, wait, there's a shadow thing behind him. Kill him! Come on, kill him! Mess his hair up.
Oh, I'm certain Mint's ecstatic, Buttercup.
Come on, mess him up. Do it, do it.
Aren't you, Marianne?
Shiny.
You know, we could all celebrate this with a few
Oh my god,
drinks.
oh.
Why don't we?
Oh, that's, ooh. No. No, you leave her alone. You tried to smash, but we no.
In fact, there's this really excellent
No,
Irish
you
pub I
little
visited a
bitch.
few days ago.
Why did we not get this talk? You little bitch face. Look at that fucking smoke. Attack him. Attack him. Looming. Hovering over his shoulder, drawn to him like a moth to a flame. Kill the bloke. Kill the bloke. A dark blur. No, a shadow.
I think I'll pass on that,
Oh
sir.
god, why do you sound so different?
More important matters to attend to.
I don't like the sound of that.
Darling, your liver.
Why is everyone sounding different?
You already had a glass today, and apparently a few days ago as well. How many times do I have to remind you?
I feel like something's about to happen. What is happening? Are we passing out?
You never let me do anything fun.
I don't know. But as I try to make sense of it, a heavy feeling descends over my whole body. It happened without warning, forcing me to close my... She did pass out! What the fuck? Why did she pass out? The sensation creeps to every part of me, crawling under my skin and draining me like by little any strength. Before I know it, my hands is gripping the nearby door for support, the sudden nausea drawn out of their voice, and what little sound there is, all except for the whispers and laughter. Judging. Okay, fuck this. Mocking. Taunting. Muffled, inaudible words bearing down on me like a death sentence. What the fuck? They warp around my neck and limbs, binds tightening with every symbol, every utter. We're dead? We can't be dead! I haven't made any choices! And with each drawn of a breath I take, they drag me down slowly, almost painfully, into the bottomless abyss. Fuck this. On. And on. And on. Till the sound turns into mere distant echoes. Until suddenly it shatters.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Her
Are we done
blonde
here?
bloke! His voice rips through the fog like a sharp blade, and my eyes snap open. When I look at them again, it's gone.
Just a second, darling.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
Send my regards to Isabel, please. Poor girl. Please let her know she doesn't have to worry and tell her to get some rest.
That's just creepy.
Anyway, we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Likewise, ma'am.
No shadow or dark clouds. Only imperturbable smiles and cordial handshakes. The usual pleasantry as Miss Cooper leads them out to the mansion like a graceful host. None of the group seems to have noticed it. And even as I force my breathing to calm down, I keep my eyes trained on their backs and wait for something to happen. It doesn't come back. She returns a moment later. Gently, she closes the guest door behind her, but there's a smile on her lips and an extra skip in her step when she walks back to me. Whatever she was discussing with the group had put her in a good mood. Even she appears to have not observed anything odd. Was I just seeing things?
Glad that was over. It's been a long day. I thought for sure we were going to... Hey, are you sure you're doing okay? You look a bit green.
It's all good. I'm actually still recovering from a cold. Weather's been crazy lately.
That must be it. The weather, the stupid cold, and the friendly warnings I'm too stubborn to listen to. Green like your hair? Yeah. As much as I hate to admit it, Isabella's right. I was and still am a little furious when she visited me at school this morning. The medicine helped, of course, but only some. Although it's not like I can't function, I did get better after lunch, and I was able to go through my schedule like usual. Now I'm not sure. However, I can't keep acting like I've seen some sort of approach to when if anything, but I simply must have listened too many times to Isabella last week. My fever-muddled mind has started to confuse things. It just doesn't let up. I just need another visit to the doctor, plain and simple. Though I do hope it won't get worse. We did promise to watch Zachary's film together.
I know what you mean. I've been complaining to Isabel. It doesn't seem to affect her much, though. Must be because she grew up in the tropics. Anyway, shall we? She's probably hanging out with the rest of the catering staff.
Oh, okay. I thought she went with Ash.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised she's there. She eats like 10 hungry men when she isn't feeling well. Lead the way.
With a small nod, he gestures for me to follow. I do so without much thought, finally putting everything in the back of my mind. The entire visit took a whole 24 minutes, and the trip to the mansion, as it turned out, it's a useless endeavor in itself. Beep beep. Okay. So we got that. Look at fucking bloke face. Isabella no longer there. Left shortly before I arrived. Knew it. He was with Ash. Or at least that's what the few staff who saw her amused. None of them knew where she went, but I could take a few guesses. There can only be a number of places in Luxburn she frequented, and well, she never been the complex kind. It doesn't really take a general to figure it out. Still, it's odd that she left on her own. Yeah, she went with Ash, but she didn't tell anyone. She could have at least waited for Miss Cooper. It would have saved her having to pay for a cab fare twice today.
And right after she was told to stay put. I mean, who does that?
Isabella.
Oh, sod off! You don't own the road!
You don't own the road, sod off! In the end, all Miss Cooper could give me were a string of sorry for my trouble and a request to let her know that when I find Isabella. The whole affair didn't even last long. I probably spent more time travelling back and forth. Soon enough, I'm wearing my way back down to downtown Luxburn, worried sick, and on top of that, maybe a little annoyed. Whether at the unexpected turn of events or at Isabella herself, I'd rather not think about it right now. Not when I'm already running late for Zachary's film. Besides, I'm perfectly sure that's where I'll find her. Yep. As one could expect, people are already gathered at the movie house when I get to it. The small range, when it's located, has been closed off early from any passing traffic to make way for the Verd moviegoer who should be crowded at the venue. I have to park almost a street away and walk the remaining distance because of it. Looking for them has taken a while in the crowd this big, but I eventually spot them near the entrance. Thanks to Zachary, mostly. And like a moves Isabella with them.
I knew it.
Wasting no time, I marched over to their little group. Words filled with concern tumble down my mouth before I can stop myself.
Isabella! Oh, thank goodness! Becca, you're just in time.
An odd expression crosses her face as I hold it in both my hands, but I ignore it in the favor of getting a good look at her, forcing her to keep still and fix her gaze at me.
Becca, you're squishing my face. How are you? Are you all right?
Mother mode. Active.
Why wouldn't I be?
There doesn't seem to be very visible injury, nor does she appear to be in pain. Apart from her confused frown at my questions, she looks pretty much like she would any other day. Even so, you can really tell those things with her first glance. You simp. I see you, wolf. Simp. Whenever Ash is on screen. Wow. Simp mode active. Last night he got 6 and never bothered to call anyone, even me, who lives right next door. Shush. If I hadn't checked on her then, she probably would have died on the bed with the rest of us none of the wiser. It's one thing we laugh about now, but moments like those also teach you something about the person. If anything, it has given me more reason to constantly worry about her. And the moment a familiar name comes up, I know my concerns right now aren't completely baseless.
Rose called me earlier.
Her expression swiftly changes, and gently as he can, Isabella pushes my hands away, yet even before she says anything, I already have a hunch of how this whole thing will play out.
Oh, no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Then and there, the whole conversation goes down as I imagined. She dodged my hand when I reached for the back of her head, intending to check, she said, injuring herself. Even makes a show of hiding behind Zachary just to avoid me. That's what I do. I go to the closest person near me and hide behind them. I have done that a couple of times. Intensely, what's supposed to be a simple inquiry dissolves into a shameless game of tag. Shouting and chasing like none of us can be bothered to act like a full-grown adult we're all supposed to be. Including Ashton! I won't put up to pass Isabella, but Ash, our all people? In fact, if that stupid smirk on his face tells me anything, he finds this whole mess amusing. Go to the hide behind the biggest person out there. Oh, for the love of...
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow, thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is.
Oh, this is when Rebecca gets upset with them.
If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
There's a moment of pause. My hand's still mid-air as my attention swifts to Ashton, the words he leaves hanging between the four of us. He doesn't meet my eyes. I don't think he will even aware of what he said. But the meaning in each sibling alone is clear, and they echo. They sting. They burn.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Oh, damn. Of course. Of course. Why else would Isabella leave on her own after being told to stay put? After that little chat about money this morning? Something close to silence falls when I mull over their words, both that what's already been said and what's left unspoken. When I find my voice, it only reeks with nothing but bitter, unpleasant thoughts. Thoughts I quickly stump out before they surface. Thoughts I hide the best I can in the deepest part of my mind, locking it away for no one to see.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
Yet, try as I might, the green-eyed monster easily rears its ugly head. Like it always does every time he lingers a second longer. Every time he smiles in a manner far too gentle, far too sensical, whenever he thinks no one can see. Every time my mind suggests his words mean more than they should. Every small little thing. Despite what he says, despite his tone.
Look, you guys.
For all I know, it may just be the same kind of fondness born from friendship. Maybe I'm simply overthinking like he often tells me, or maybe there really is something there. But in his short display of impatience, I know the whole of it is just for show. After all, growing up together with him don't teach me nothing about him. For whose sakes is it this time, though? For him? For Zachary? For her? Or for me? That I can't tell.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
Yep.
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
My mouth opens, then snaps shut, almost as quickly, forming a thin, hard line instead. I can't respond. Not because there's nothing to say. On the contrary, there's plenty, so many things I can use to reason and get him to agree. But because he speaks so much satire with much associate, it feels like there isn't even a choice. All I can give is a long, deep breath and a reduction nod in the face of it. Before I can get a grip on myself, my own weaknesses, the mood immediately shifts and I'm being tackled into a hug.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Did you say something?
Damn.
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
So depressing. A lie, obviously. What else can it be? Each and every smile, a tiny effort to keep things as they are, so I tell myself. Little do I know, this is merely a permissible. It starts out quite quietly and without fanfare, amidst friendly jabs and harmless teasing, with a scrape of paper fluttering harmless to the ground. Oh shit! I forgot about that. Okay. One that looks suspiciously like a cheap Halloween prank, no matter how you look at it. And yet, despite how luxurious it is, Isabella's stubborn sits as if our whole life depends on knowledging the truth of her story. Does he even realize how absurd she sounds right now? Quivins, even the students wouldn't fall for this. Oh gosh. Sorry, I just saw the chat like, oh God, Ash looks so good. I agree. I mean, I can get behind that. I see you. I see you. I get it. If I had a simp moment, I would. I do agree. He looks good.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
She doesn't give me time to regret nor think about my choice of words. From there, it escalates, grows into an argument too pretty even for our standards as adults. Before I knew it, one after another, harsh, scattering words are being spoken.
It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up. There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. We're all
I
in
skipped.
danger.
It's fine. We already heard
I
this.
thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
But someone has to be patient in all this, and however much my own has already been frayed earlier, there's no one else. Hello, champs. Welcome. Who else here can deal with someone selfishly acting like a kid? Like, every other time, it has to be me.
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other.
Hi, Jones.
When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Don't bother.
And just like that, she cuts us off. Slams the door right in our faces when my own temper flares before I can stop it. Although it flutters briefly at the hard expression on her As he snatched the blasted paper from Ashton, I hold onto it. Regardless of how upset he appears, sour expression and bald fist throwing a tantrum is simply unacceptable. For the grown woman at that, words from the tip of my tongue ready, but before I can open my mouth and let it all out on her, her feelings and mistakes be damned, Zachary raises his voice of his own.
Guys!
A warning underneath the warm and hopeful beat of his voice. We all stop and look at him. Even my own anger subsides a little in his tone.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her. And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together?
Yeah. To an outsider, it may sound like a desperate request, but Zachary has always been the one to keep the level head over petty troubles. This time no different. He knows what to say, and when he lets it fall, they only ring sharp and
We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat. Please.
And as careful as he is with his own tone, it does make me feel ashamed. We're supposed to be here for him, and to give what little support we can give, yet he is trying to keep 3 stubborn people from outright hashing it out in public. Later we can and still talk about it, of course. There's a proper time and a place for it, and at the moment my anger and whatever remembered it carries no longer matter. Besides me, Ashton appears to have already caught on. The line of his shoulders and ease to something much more relaxed, his expression back to its usual nonchalant. Isabella, however, she stands perfectly still, her hands collapsing and strapped on her bag like a lifeline, eyes trained at some point near her shoes. There's no anger in her face, only an undeniable hurt, but she's never been good at hiding what she thinks, always an open book. Always the one to wear her heart out in the open. But when she looks up, her answer is also as simple.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
Her lips are curled into a smile though. Lacking both its unusual brightness and glare, it's a smile nonetheless. I've seen it countless of times. It's the very same one she would show when she knows has no other choice, or a simple when things get tough for her. But despite everything I already know about her, it still catches me off guard. And honestly, I expect her to run, to balk at the first sign of losing this time. It won't even be surprised. At 26, is the youngest among the rest of us, less experienced, less scrubbed to dealing with a trivial quarrel like this. Yet here she is, holding herself and coping with it like how she would with matter concerning her family. Outside of that, to me, she has always been this childish, naive girl, and watching the opposite play out right now. Somehow, I find it difficult to wrap my head around it.
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
Ha! I envy her.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one.
Oh, don't cry.
Heh!
Stop it!
I envy her spirit, her warmth, her cheer, the shine in her eyes when she looks at the world. How everything seems to simply fall back to a pleasant, lively rhythm with her around. How easily and tight in her fits into our lives, even without bonds only long years could forget, like a lost piece of puzzle despite her jagged edges. How she drawn people to her with ease. How Ashton, of all people, can be drawn to her.
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too.
Look at that smirk.
I swear I'll...
Look at that fucking smirk.
Let's just go.
I make no effort in keeping the bitterness from my tone. I let it sleep, linger stiffing in the air as I avert my gaze from them. From their playful banter, their friendly teasing remarks, Nash and tender, affectionate smiles. All before the stabbing aches in my heart changing into something too painful to bear. It's all in my head, is what I often tell myself. Yet the way my heart rends at the sight of them hurts. Oh my god. That is so upsetting that he's had a crush on him for so long. Yeah, he's fucking blind, but he likes someone else. And like a coward, I walk away from all of it, taking with me the small hope the movie will distract me away from those thoughts. Because, like this, it's easy to find something to hate in her. Dusk has already given way to the night when we leave the film fest. Unfortunately, it does nothing to improve my mood, like I am hoping. Hey, what day is it? In the game? The game... It is the 21st of October. Unfortunately, it does nothing to improve my mood like I am hoping. Neither does the muggy air that greets us upon stepping back into the noisy streets. Too busy. Too loud. Too many people taking what little space of the sidewalk offers. It forces anyone to bump in shoulders with those they barely know, let alone care about. On a normal evening, I probably would have minded the crowd nor the humid weather. It's not like any of them are bothering anyone. October 23rd, point of no return. Oh, yeah, because that's when they already seen the letter. Creepy shit will happen now. And yeah, even with what admittedly a pleasant company, I can't bring myself to lighten up.
See you guys some other time.
Oh, she's scared.
Yeah, see ya.
Not even to return the smile Ashton and Zachary gives us when we are separate our ways. Perhaps this started with Miss Cooper call or earlier than that. Maybe even the moment I left bed this morning. Bloody hell, it could have been because of that sodding letter for all I know. I couldn't care less at this point. All I want to do is get a warm bath, sleep, and wait for this dreadful day to end. Now, if only Isabella would stop babbling, then maybe the still throbbing at the side of my head won't turn into a full-blown headache, too.
Zach did a pretty good job with his movie, didn't he? Even though Ash said he ran into some trouble late into filming.
Oh.
But I knew he had it in him. It's not like I didn't believe he couldn't do it. I mean, did you see his face after the credits roll? All those months he worked on this, and everything's finally...
You weren't even watching.
Only the first minutes. I watched the rest of it, I swear. Besides, Ashton was the one who wouldn't stop asking questions.
Well, why do we still need to talk about this then? I liked it. Ash liked it. You liked it. Shouldn't you be telling that to Zachary in person? I'm sure he'll appreciate it better than I ever will.
I know that, but maybe there's something you want to say? Zach had you check the scripts before he went through everything, didn't he? You also worked on it, even if it was only for a short time. So, maybe...
Well, yeah,
maybe
she's bad. I don't bother waiting for the rest. The moment I spot my car, I immediately make a quick beeline for it. Knowing her, this is merely another attempt at starting a conversation. So, just so we have something to fill the dead air, to replace the stained phase we somehow walked into. One thing, the very thing, I'm not too keen to deal with the present. Behind me, Isabella also changes her pace to match mine, her soft strides growing brisk and uneven in order to catch up. A small part of me half expects her to suddenly trip. She's not the clumsy sort, but there are definitely times when she can be the least complicated person on the planet.
Becca, hey! Oh no. Wait for me!
Damn, Becca said, fuck you! And people wonder why I worry. They're not really completely unfunded. Once you're already grown up familiar with her habits, though right now this is also the very end of the list of things I want to think about. Sometimes it does become overbearing. Even her voice as he calls after me sounds nothing more than background noise to my ears now. God damn, Rebecca! I thought we were friends. You're acting like, because your boy that you likes me, like Isabella, not me. Isabella, you become more bitchy now? What the fuck?
Rebecca, slow down, will you? Your car's not going to leave without us.
Oh, you're coming with me? Becca said no. You're gonna walk.
The sooner we get on the road, the earlier we can get home.
Okay, no.
It's Friday, in case you didn't notice.
I know what day it is, but the traffic's not going to magically disappear, even if we go there right now.
I don't want to hear that from you.
Oh my god, Rebecca.
Didn't you used to complain how horrendous the traffic is back home for you?
Yeah? But that doesn't have anything to do with this, Becca.
Why did we not get to see this as, Bella?
Okay. What do you want to do then? Wait it out? Walk? I just want to go home, Isabella. If you want to stay out here longer, I won't stop you. But leave me out of it. I'm not up for any other foolish excursions tonight.
I wasn't thinking about an excursion. I want to go home too. It's already late. It's just that you've been in this prickly mood.
I thought you were gonna say pricky mood. Like pricky, like you prick. Maybe Isabella forgot that. Or she forces us to forget. Maybe.
Are you really okay? Was it the cold? Or did something happen at school? Do you want to talk about it?
A long pause follows, and it holds everything she's been meaning to ask for the very start. I'm in no mood, but for the same, my hand stops short of unlocking my car and my grip on the handle tightens. I can feel her eyes boring on me, waiting and hoping patiently for any answers I'll give. She's the same as Zachary. They're bad liars. But when you talk to people like them, it's not careful. If you're not careful, they often leave you with no other choice but to admit the truth. Those exact same one I can't voice. Despite my lack of response, she pushes on, surprisingly. This time her tone is quieter, more tentative than usual.
Was it because of the letter?
It's a well-meaning question, much like the rest of this talk. I thought I heard something. Yeah, something is how she says it. It irks me.
If it is, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to cause a scene. I did see something in the mansion, though. I wasn't lying about that.
Wherever she wants to take this, I no longer want to hear a word of it. Not at this minute. Preferably never. Especially when there are already a million other things buzzing and prodding inside my head. I'm not in the mood to talk. This cold caught up with me. Okay. I don't want her to be a bitchy, so I'm gonna just say the cold caught up with me.
And during the open house?
Okay, she liked that.
Even if there were a lot of people around, there were weird things happening. I don't know if there was anyone else who noticed, but I heard things. I'm sure it wasn't because I fell down the stairs. Even before that, in the attic,
Isabella.
Yeah?
I pause, though I don't let it last, only to give myself a small window to breathe before I lay down the words between us as much restraint my patience allows. Which is not much after everything. I can only hope for Isabella will simply take them as they are. She can be stubborn at them all when she wants to be.
This kind of conversation tonight. Look, it's been a long day. I think this cold also caught up with me, and I'm really exhausted. Can we talk about this some other time?
She blinks, although disappointment flashes momently in her face. She gives a quick nod. A relief, although for me, perhaps the first time I genuinely feel it today. Unpleasantment, as this day has been, seeing something go the way I expected it takes the edge out of it. Even if lying through my teeth had to go with it.
Oh, alright. You should have just said so. I told you you should have taken a full week off. Were you able to get the meds I brought you, though? Do you need anything? I could drop by the pharmacy for you.
Yeah, no need to fuss. A good night's sleep is all I need. I've been busy the whole day. I guess I should have listened to you and taken it easy. But we have exams to prepare for. It's one or the other, you know?
I knew it! Here I thought you were just upset about something.
He is kind, yes.
Even Ash looked a little bit worried about you.
Oh!
It's fine. Let's just head home, okay?
She's smiling!
I'll make it up to you next time. Call me out to lunch or wherever. Just... not right now.
Okay, but should you be driving? If you want, I can call a taxi for us. You'll hate paying the extra fees, but you'll be able to get some rest on the way home.
No, don't call a cab. I can manage driving at least. Just get in the car so we can be on our way.
I'm already opening the door and climbing into the seat before she can protest. Left with no other choice, he follows us inside shortly, but with a bit of a reluctance. The guilt from this will eat at me later, but for now, those little falsehoods are mine to bear and hide under. For now, this is the better choice. Better than pretending she doesn't exist or giving her vague answers. Certainly better than harsh words and outright lashing out at her. I can find a little comfort in that. Thankfully, if there's any left to be spoken between us after, we won't have to discuss it on the way home. Or rather, we can't, because no sooner than we hit the road, Isabella's doze off. Despite my foul mood, I still end up suppressing a laughter once the first sound of her breathing fills the car.
Mama?
Uh-oh.
Not your mom, Isabella.
Aww! That's so cute. Slow and steady, the quiet rhythm, so completely unlike her, so far removed from every impression anyone has of her. A few faint whimpers will eventually come from her, but otherwise it's just us. The silence, and it's so utterly unexpected. Still a welcome break. Of course, peace and quiet is one thing you'll rarely get from her around. Yet it's nowhere near comforting. It merely leads the air, the strange clattering, every little sound, every single movement, more palpable, in which it comes the unease. A joint of surprise hits me. It's almost comical, as if this was a different station. In my haste, I accidentally dislodge my mobile from the seat in the dashboard when I swipe on the screen. Soon I'm scrubbling blindly forward with my other hand while keeping a steady eye on the road ahead. Oh god, don't get in a car crash. Rose? A voice crackled from the loudspeaker before I can put it down. Although muffled heavily by the surface, I recognized the person on the other line from her chipped tone alone.
Hello?
Miss Cooper?
Oh, you're still awake. Evening.
Rose, I am driving! Literally.
I hope I didn't disturb you or anything. I know it's a bit late. Sorry about that. I just want to check on you and Isabella. That girl's still not answering her mobile. Were you able to meet up with her?
Oh, I don't like the audio.
Yes. She's with me. We're on our way home.
Hello? What was that again? I can't hear you properly.
Sorry. Let me just fix this dumb phone.
My hand stopped, dead at the moment. I spared the device a brief glance, waiting. Second passed. Nothing happened, though. Frankly, I'm not sure what I'm expecting, but the line of my mouth formed into a frown regardless.
Miss Cooper?
Yes, still here.
Did you say something?
Just that I didn't get the last part. What were you saying again?
No, I thought you. Never mind. Must be the signal acting up.
No, you heard something. Oh.
Come again?
What?
Is everything all right over there?
Certainly. Is something wrong?
Yes.
What? Okay. You seem to be busy. If this is a good time, I can just call you back some.
Okay. Stop driving. I have to make a construction effort not to panic right then and there. Although my tight hold on the steering wheel tells a different story altogether.
Miss Cooper? Rose? Hey, Rose! Are you still there?
Only a burst of static answers me and... Okay. Maybe this lapse is essentially because of exhaustion. It has been a long day and I haven't fully recovered from the last week bounce of the flu, contrary of what I've been telling people. Though perhaps I had paid much closer attention to it, I had not been so occupied with other thoughts. Probably would have noticed earlier that it never came from my phone. Oh god, it's in the car with us! But from someone right behind me. It's behind us. Fuck. Oh no. Fuck off. We're gonna crash. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Time slows to a crawl. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Looking up is a mistake. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Hey. The first thing I see is her face, a ghastly shape, every inch battered, bruised, and bloodied. Even in the darkness of the world, passing by the blur of light outside, I can still make out the words. Blood still oozes from it, little trail of chrism running down her face, glistering under what little light there is. I'm out of the car, I go. Yeah, but Isabella's in the back with her. But in this glim in the eye that catches mine, the quiet pleas, the anxious, and the desperation in them, more than its hideous features and the awful stench of gore now soaking the air. And I try as I might, I can't bring myself to look away. Grab her as you get out of the car, True. Even as her lips content into a horrific smile. Ugh! Nope. Even as a sharp, harsh noise pieced the air, the silence around us.
Rebecca!
Oh shit!
Huh? Car! I saw the
Oh my god, we're going into a car crash! We're going to go... Ah! Against everything I've been taught and consistently reminded myself, I closed my eyes. Did we get in a car crash? It's a brief moment, a short vibrant second of muscle memory, an instant completely taking over. And if I didn't allow it, if my hands didn't move, or my feet didn't take the brakes in that exact moment, I might have... Isabella and I might have... No, I should take that notion away before I lose myself in it. Right now, it's an ugly line of thought. I refuse to venture into it. Not when breathing is a struggle and every ounce of strength has been totally drained from my body. Most definitely not while Isabella's panicked voice beside me still rings in my ear. We're alive. We're safe. That's all that matters. But it's not her face that I look for when I finally open my eyes. It's gone. All gone. I expect stains, little telling mark and creases of the covers to show me where it sat not a second ago. But whatever it is, it left not a single trace. And though courage is a hard thing to gather at this point, I take what little of it remains in me and turn towards the back seat. Even then, there's none. Yes, you fucking woke up in time. Oh my god. Or was that really something in there in the first place? With how empty it is, I'm beginning to doubt it. The stupid flu again.
I need a long rest after this.
My hands fall uselessly to my side, numb from what taut my grip on the wheel has gone, yet trembling from the unexpected rush of a underline. Against my ear, my heart still pounds in a trotlic rhythm, and my breathing hasn't slowed down. But my world has already righted itself without waiting for me, and little by little, second after second, as I sit there motionless, colour begins to seep back around me. Along with it, all the sound of and a voice, no longer the instant ringing as it was earlier.
Rebecca? Becca, are you okay? Answer me, will you? You're scaring me. You know what? I think we should just call a taxi since...
Can you keep it down?
Stained, harsh, and completely unintentional, but with heat prickling at the back of my eyes and the mild throbbing at my temple, I could honestly do no with little silence for now.
Keep it down? We almost crashed, Becca!
I know what happened. It was a lapse. I'm sorry.
A lapse? You call that a lapse?
Yes.
Becca, I really don't want to end up a mangled mess on the side of the road, or a mangled mess anywhere. All I'm asking, if the time ever comes, which I hope isn't right now, is a peaceful death. Give that one to me at least. Not that I'm asking for it, but please.
Isabella. Belle.
Oh, okay.
Belle, you're overreacting. If you're so worried, why don't you drive?
Don't have a license.
I keep telling you to get one, didn't I? For the past 5 years. Do you see why now?
I wasn't really expecting to stay here this long. I thought it'd just be for a year or two.
All of a sudden, a pensive mood comes over her. 5 years. Isabella looks away then, what's left of my little lecture never crosses the tip of my tongue. I don't allow it to, because in each of those words she left loose earlier in the small truth. Her stays has always been meant to be something fleeting. Earn some good money, go home, is what she tells herself during the first year here. Now, half a decade later, I'm not sure if she still believes that. I'm not sure if I still believe it. And if there's something in her reasons that has changed along the way, even if I already have a hunch, it's one thing I'll never bother to ask. Those are hers to keep.
I'll be careful this time, I promise. Just please, can we give this whole thing a rest for now?
She nods, and that is the end of it. We spend the rest of the trip back to Selwell in silence. Okay, we're still on the same day. Where is it? There we go. Updated. Although an overactive imagination playing tricks on the flu added mind, and a smile never meant for my eyes, abandoned, if only for a brief moment. Okay. Okay, we're gonna end the stream here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. We're gonna save it. We're gonna continue this. I know I have it written down on the timetable. We got the letter another day this week. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to like on YouTube. It lets me know that you are enjoying it. And yes, I'm gonna do a quick edit and put the two clips together. God damn it, Wolf! I'm gonna ban that emoji. Until next time, have a good day and goodbye.